I just got denied from my 390th entry-level job. And you won't believe where this one was fucking at.
All right, I don't know who this guy on the left here is, but he's just stealing the content. Like he's not talking. But no, I'm not gonna be able to guess where this 390th entry-level job application is.
Home Depot. Yes, I am that desperate that I'm applying to Home Depot right after graduating from college. Not with my bachelor's degree, I got that 4 years ago, with my master's degree.
With his master's degree. This is how you should think of a master's degree. You're a fourth year in college and you're just gonna be unemployed anyways. So you go an extra year because college is awesome and you get a master's degree. You know, you don't have to have the super senior title. So it's kind of a nice way to extend your college an extra year without all of the, social downsides of doing it the traditional way and just failing a few classes.
What are people doing for work? How are you guys surviving? I am barely meeting ends meet from my rent. And the only reason I am able to pay it each month is because I'm doing UGC creation for brands that I found on SideShift.
Oh, sick. Okay, good. Well, he's kind of got his problem solved. If he can pay his bills with something called UGC creation, then I don't really know. I feel like he's good, but I don't really know what that is. So let's look into it. So I guess it's basically just like you post stuff and you get a little bit of commission for it based on your views. You know, this guy's a small creator. Like I'm not even gonna well, actually, I don't know if this guy's a small creator because the guy uploading a video is just a guy who's stealing content, sitting on the left of the screen, hasn't said a single word in this video, literally just sitting there, adding nothing. Like there has not been one word that has come out of this guy's mouth. Second of all, yeah, UGC, it's basically you can just kind of get small amounts of money for promoting brands, but another interesting way to get money is if people sign up to do this with your like referral link or whatever. So it's kind of weird. I feel like this guy has a big incentive to lie and saying he actually makes a lot on this. Found this guy's account and he's talking about getting evicted and stuff, but he has a job.
Can't do this anymore, dude. I got evicted from my apartment in Madison, Wisconsin because the rent price was $1,800 a month. You want to know how much I make? $7.25 an hour. $7.25 is not going to cut it. There are going to be months, this is exactly what happened, where I have bad tips. I don't get tipped out as much as I usually do. That happened for 2 consecutive months, and I got evicted.
So I guess he's not 390 applications deep. He just, like, watching this video of him talking about his job here and how he allegedly got evicted, which, first of all, I don't believe at all anymore. But the fact that he's talking about having a job means his first video is a lie. Because even if he did just get fired from the job, you wouldn't just be 390 applications deep that fast. But he never mentioned getting fired. So that's pretty suspicious. So he just made up the first story. And honestly, I think he's making up this next story about his job as a waiter, but I'm not gonna watch the full thing because that's not what this is about. All right, next video up is I just got denied from Jimmy John's. You know, this feels like the same kind of premise as the other videos. Unoriginal, probably made up, if I'm being honest. If you're gonna be a pathological liar, please just be original about it. But let's get into this video.
I just got denied from Jimmy John's. Jimmy John's? Yeah, the sandwich place? Oh, this guy must be an idiot. He must be stupid. He must be uneducated, huh? I went to school for 17 years.
Bruh.
I got my high school degree, I got my bachelor's degree, and I got my master's degree.
Man, it's really suspicious. And I know I'm saying pathological liar off of the fact that I'm watching one lie, so I don't really have a big sample selection here. But my point is, if you're lying about being on your 300th job application or whatever, and probably your degrees, and the fact that you're paying your rent all in one video, I'm just gonna assume that it's not your first time making up some stuff. You know, most people who are typically telling the truth don't just come out of nowhere and hit you with some huge lie like this.
That's right, a fucking master's degree, and I got denied from Jimmy John's. I've applied to 300 companies, 300. I've got replies from 20. I can't find shit. This is absurd. I just had to take a cash advance through an app on my phone.
Okay, so this guy's advertising a cash advance site. But if you're at the point where you're this down bad for money, like you don't even want the option, honestly, because you should basically be at rock bottom and either get a roommate or whatever. I don't really care. It's just kind of preying on people that are in really hard financial times, and this just gets them in more debt, which is obviously not going to be easy to get out of. Let's get into the third guy. Denied at Subway, parentheses, I have a master's degree. I mean, this is just insane. Like, if you're going to be lying like this, come up with your own lie. Use the creative part of your brain to lie about something else. I understand they're all promoting something. Maybe instead of lying and being like, yeah, dude, I got 300 jobs. I need UGC to live. Instead, be like, I'm in crippling gambling debt and I work 2 jobs, but I found a side hustle, which is really nice, called UGC. See, that is a lot better. I mean, honestly, if you were really smart, you just set up your own scam and just scam the people watching your videos. Not to suck him off. Think of like the goats of scamming, like Andrew Tate, Robert Kiyosaki, a Tai Lopez. You should be taking inspiration from them if you're gonna just try to get money like this.
I just got denied for a job at Subway, which is pretty dope because I have a master's degree. You know what that means? 4 years of regular college, 2 years getting my bachelor's degree.
Just kind of a nitpick on the videos. Have you noticed in all the videos when they do stuff, like they count on their fingers? It's kind of annoying. I don't know, it just ticks me off. Like if it was someone that wasn't lying, I probably wouldn't care. Like someone cool doing this. But because they all keep doing it, it's just pissing me off, okay? Everything about this is pissing me off. That's my point.
$137,000 in debt total.
I don't believe the $137,000 in debt thing. That is a huge number. And honestly, this guy might be so stupid, he might not be lying about this, but I'm gonna assume he's lying about it.
Because Mrs. Johnson told me that I'm not gonna be successful if I don't go to college. Thanks a lot. You were the worst principal ever, but it's also my parents' fault, I guess, because they told me the same thing, and now...
Yes, it's Mrs. Johnson's fault and your parents' fault. You know, yes, maybe they influenced you. Sometimes my parents give me advice that I don't believe in either, believe it or not. But at the end of the day, you followed their advice. Like, I don't know why you're saying it's their fault. It is your fault that you got yourself in this situation. And second of all, when you're in college, I'm not saying it's easy. You have a lot of opportunities to build up your resume, but I don't even know why I'm getting into this because this guy's making up this story. I don't know why I'm getting roped in this guy's lie.
Aerospace engineer, and yet I can't put the ham sandwich together.
Yeah, I don't think this guy got an aerospace engineering degree. I think he probably looked up something like hardest degrees to get or highest paying or just thought of something that sounded insanely impressive and just made that up. Because I'm just gonna be honest, I just don't believe that. Like, I don't believe someone getting an aerospace engineering degree and the master's degree is just out here lying online to try to get a tiny amount of money. Maybe I don't know enough people that were smart enough to get through aerospace engineering to even know people in this situation, but I just don't believe this.
I mean, dude, if I wasn't doing UGC on Launch Point, then there is...
I know some people mistell stories or whatever. Some people exaggerate or under-exaggerate a little bit. But if you're just blatantly lying, it just pisses me off. But it's also funny. Yeah, let's get into one more. I have a prediction. This guy's applied to hundreds of jobs, got a degree, master's degree, whatever. The guy had to do something, okay? Something using some site or whatever where he's gonna say the brand name to get money. That's my prediction, okay? Let's see if I'm right. Let's get into the next video here.
I just got denied a job from McDonald's. I went to college for 4 years from a top 25 university and I won't even get hired at McDonald's. I even went the extra mile and got my master's because everyone was telling me, oh, if you go get your master's degree, you're guaranteed a job. Now look at me, a broke, unemployed chud.
Did people really tell him if he gets his master's degree, he's guaranteed a job? Because I've never heard that in my life. I always just thought, oh, like, it's a nice way to delay unemployment or delay employment, you know, depending on which one is worse. or which one you have to do. Either way, employment and unemployment is less fun than being in college. So it makes sense why a lot of people get a master's degree.
It's not like the master degree was cheap either. Like, thank God for LaunchPoint, because I just grinded UGC through the entire thing to support myself through it. Holy
We know you did not go to a top 25 university, and now we're doing all this stuff through UGC at LaunchPoint. Nobody's gonna care. Well, actually, I don't know. The world's pretty judgmental. I was gonna say no one's gonna care if you didn't go to college, but the world's pretty judgmental. But the thing is, if you didn't go to college and you're just lying about this stuff, your lies are gonna catch up to you. Like, even me watching this, I know this guy's making this whole thing up. And to go the extra mile, as this guy said,
I even went the extra mile.
and make up that you went to a top 25 university is just doing the most, as they say. For the most part, these videos kind of just speak for themselves. All of them just kind of made up the exact same lie. And also on top of that, I don't like whenever people spread some sort of negative mindset about the job market or things like that to make people like in college more scared than they need to be. Obviously, I know it's not easy, but if you're just trying to lie to say you got denied from all these jobs and you got some crazy degree, and for some reason people don't realize you're lying, it's just gonna make them feel worse and kind of direct them into maybe not going to college and trying to grind out maybe getting referral links for some random site. And as we all know, the world needs more people that make money off of referral links and not more people that go to college and help keep the world running. That's exactly what we need. More people either scamming, making a fake course, making a fake business, or just trying to make money off of a referral link. Anyways, yeah, I just think lying's kind of cringe. That's the whole point of the video. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have. Make sure to like and subscribe and comment some cool stuff on here.